My man got the Note Plus. How you like it? Is that it?
Oh, hell yeah. It's good. Hell yeah. I like it. The water.
Water bar, man. The water for getting it. It was in good shape too, huh? Wasn't all jacked up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Screen wasn't messed up or nothing.
Brand new, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I barely used it like that. We live, bro. The brother, Yeromia from Alaska, he was like, he had a dream that he was out here. It was a bunch of brothers out here with us, yo. He said, man, I had a dream about you the other night, man. We was out there in Hawaii deep. I was like, for real? I was like, hey, Lord willing. Hey, where's it going? Hey, where's it going? I don't see why not. I don't gotta, hey, why not? Why not come? You know what I'm saying, bro? Shit.
Yeah. Hopefully after the brothers get paid like the second or third time.
Yeah.
They make a little cool and be like, yo, this is the brothers in Hawaii.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, yeah, that shit'll be extra dope, man.
All right, Shalom. We're going to start off by giving all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kadash. We'll say double honor to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone for teaching his word in truth and in sincerity and for ruling well. I want to say salutations to our fellow Akim across the four corners of the globe, preaching in the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. We out here another week, the Wadi Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, doing the work as we're supposed to do, bringing this holy word to the elect of our people. Okay, we are the Israelites. Okay, that's something you should know by now. At this point, at this stage in the game, these people that you see on this sign in front of you, all the way down to the so-called Mexican, to the so-called Mexican, where the Israelites the Bible speaks of. And when we come out here to tell our people, can you get Matthew chapter 10? 10 verse 17, it might be 5 and no, it's 10 and 5. Matthew 10 and 5.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Right, and that's who we sent to it said, go not into any of the cities of the Gentiles, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because we were all lost at one point. Before we got this truth, before Yahweh Shemashah woke us up, we were lost to our nationality, our identity. And our people are still trying to grasp at our identity. And what they're grasping towards is straws, man. You know, they're grasping at straw. You know, you got the so-called Negro, he want to cling to the so-called African identity, that Egyptian identity. You know, you got the so-called Latinos, Native Americans, they want to draw to those Native American and identity, to Hispanic or Latino identity. You know, calling yourself black, colored, Negro, African American, African, Hispanic, Latino, Boricuan, Boricano, Puerto Rican, Dominican. All of those things are straws, man. Really, they're proverbs and bywords, man. Right. And that's part of the curses that was going to be levied on us with these proverbs and bywords. But not only us, but these other nations too. They have a covering cast. Isaiah 25. What is it? Isaiah 27 and 25.
What does it say?
He shall destroy the covering cast.
The book of Isaiah 25 and 7 says, and he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Right, because all these nations have a covering cast. They need to know who they are too. Now, some of these nations, they know who they are from the ancient world, like the so-called Ethiopian. They know that they come from Cush. The Arabs, they know they come from Ishmael, but they're not calling themselves Ishmaelites. They call themselves Arabs, Ethiopians. Now you have the so-called white man. He put this universal thing on everybody. Oh, we all come from Africa. All of a sudden, we all came out of Africa, which we didn't. The scripture says Jerusalem is the birthplace of us all, man, because that was that garden eastward, planted that garden that was planted eastward in Idan, which is Idan is the earth, which is, the earth was meant to be a paradise, man. But since we went off, we broke the laws, statutes, commandments, Yahweh Shah, the earth was given into our enemies, man. Our chief enemy is the nation of Edom, the so-called white man. You've seen a whole bunch of Edomites woken up, and not just them, because you got Edomites that look like so-called black people, so-called Latino people. They look like these other nations too, because this devil, he slept with other women of the earth too. Hey, shit, going back to Esau when he married them Canaanites, man, them Canaanites women, and the Midianite women. So you got Edomites looking like them too. Hey, Herod the Great, he was an Edomite, but he looked like a so-called Negro man, because his mother was a so-called Negro woman, man. Right. Okay. And so we're here to destroy the covering cast that's placed upon all people, man, because we weren't always called Negro, West Indian, Haitian, Dominican, Guatemalan, Panamanian, Colombian, Uruguayan, Native American, Seminole Indians, okay, Seminole Indians, Argentinians, Chileans, and Mexicans, man. Those are terms that were given to us as we were conquered, man. By who? Our conqueror, the so-called white man. That's something.
This is Baruch 4 and 37. O Jerusalem, look about thee towards the east, and behold the joy that cometh into thee from the Most High. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. That's right, man. And that joy that's coming from the east is first and foremost Yahweh and this word, man, the Comforter. And it says, thy sons whom thou sentest away. Our people, we were scattered. But why? Because we sent our sons away because we taught them to follow after the nations, man. Yeah, so the Lord scattered us. Yeah, kind of.
Where did he send us away from? Israel, man.
That's right. From our heritage, from our nationality. You know, it says they come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One. And this is what the Lord has been doing, man. Through what? Through the word, through the preaching of the word, of the gospel, and the internet, man. Because our brothers have been waking up, starting from here in Babylon, all the way to the other side of the earth, man. You got brothers in Australia and Holland, Scotland, you know, England, everywhere, the islands, South Americas. You know, it says, or rejoicing in the glory of the Most High. And this is what the scriptures prophesied about, man. About the waking back up of the nation of Israel, man, in the end times. You know? And this is why you people are witnessing. You're witnessing the return of Yasharallah, man, the princess of the power, man. Like that song we were talking about. The boys are back in town, man. Hey, Yasharallah is back in town, man. The prophets are back. Israel is back, man.
This is Romans chapter 8, verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature, waiting for the manifestation of the sons of the power of the Most High.
That's right.
And that's what's happening right now. This is the manifestation of the sons of the power. Get Hosea 1 and 9. This is the manifestation of the sons of the power, man. And it's really going to be manifested when we get those new bodies, man. And we're going to be gods on the earth, man. Our children are going to be gods on the earth, man. Our women are going to be princesses with power on the earth, man. Like Sheba, man. She the princess of power, man.
I don't know if you've seen, I don't remember exactly who it was. I think it was Defender for the Truth. The brother posted up a video on how people are waking up to the truth, man, that we are the sons of the living power. And you had a woman down in the Middle East, and she she said that she was a Gentile, man. She said,
she was with that little girl in the desert.
Yeah.
That was an old joint, but I remember.
Yeah, and she was saying that that the so-called Negro from the North Americas, you know, was the true Israelites, man. You know, the tribe of Judah. And she was saying that basically that all people need Israel to come back to their power, man, because they're gonna be basically the saviors of the earth, man. Yeah, like the scripture you just read. First and foremost, Yahushua is the savior of the earth, but we're gonna be the saviors also, man, because through us, Yahushua is gonna execute the judgment, man, and he's gonna put the earth back in order through us, through his kings, through his priests. You know, Lord willing, we'll be part of that number. Because right now, like the scriptures say, when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, but
I got it.
yeah.
That's the spirit. And this is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
That's right, man. And right now, the whole earth is mourning. All of the people, the animals, you know. But there's gonna come a time where the Lord's gonna set up His people, the righteous, over the whole universe, man. And we're gonna carry out the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. And the rulership is gonna be a perfect rulership, man. And everybody's gonna be rejoicing then. You know, after these heathen nations serve their punishment, you know, which is gonna be 1,000 years of hardcore slavery for what they did unto us, and for blaspheming the name of the Heavenly Father. But after that, man, everybody's gonna be rejoicing, man, because it's gonna be a perfect rulership. We're not gonna give you defiled foods, man. We're not gonna have respect for persons, man. The kings, all the way down to the servants from these nations, everybody's gonna be judged according to the law. There's not gonna be benefits for nobody, you know.
Yeah, that's right, man.
And that's what it said in that other scripture. The earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestations of the sons of the living power, man.
Yeah, this is Obadiah 1:20. Obadiah 1:20 says, and saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Yahushua. So remember, that was going back to what you said, what saviors do. It's Yahushua. Okay, Yahushua. But it's Yahushua, but we're saviors too. And that's why, you know, when we talk about how your woman's supposed to reverence you, she's supposed to look at you as her savior. Because the only reason why she's making it out is because of you. If you a man of the Lord, Lord willing, we endure to the end, your whole house is going to be covered. Why? Because of you. Not because of them, not because of what she did. And this whole world is looking for saviors, man. And that's what we're going to be, man. Yeah, we're going to put hell on these nations, man, for a 1,000-year period. But these nations, even in that 1,000-year period, these nations, they're going to have better than what they got right now, man. Like I was listening to the Elder Apostles live show, they were speaking about how even in the food's going to be better, man. You can take the best food here, it's not going to compare to the best food in the kingdom. Even if they get old food, it's going to be better than this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The water is going to be better, the air is going to be better because it's going to be 100% purified. Listen up, man, it's going to be 100% clean. Right. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to be eating pork. They're not going to be eating shrimp, crab, lobster. They're not going to be eating none of these abominations, man.
That's right.
You know, there's not going to be no eye pollution. Ain't going to be no. That was why I saw something today. I think it was on RT News, man. And they had a bunch of people. I think it might have been in the UK, but it was somewhere overseas. And it was Black Lives Matter. It said they had Black Lives Matter, BLM marching, and Trans Lives Matter. Yeah, and it was in London, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is, you're supposed to have a so-called movement for your freedom, for your benefit, because you've been a great injustice that's happening to the so-called Negro here in America. Really not just him, but the so-called Latino and Native American too. But they're focusing on the so-called Negro, but yet they pushing trans. There's a bunch of trannies and homosexuals walking down the street.
Like if you could compare how that Judah caught back in chattel slavery to what these fucking trannies are going to, which is nothing, man. Maybe somebody's saying, "Oh, you fucking tranny" or whatever. Ain't nobody grab you and fucking put you in chains because you were a tranny. Nobody traded you in slave trades because you were a homosexual.
Yeah.
You see?
But what I saw was not only were they co-opting a movement, but they were just, that whole movement is all together. Because the Black Lives Matter was started by what? 3 lesbians, man. 3 men, straight up men hate. They said they hate single black men, man. They hate straight single black males, man. That's what they said, man. So that whole party is really a party for all of them, man. That ain't got nothing to do with what we're preaching, man. You know what I'm saying? Which is the true justice, man. Which is the true revenge and avenging. You know, the kingdom of heaven, man. That's gonna be a righteous place, 100% righteous, man. And if it ain't, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna beat you nations, man. You know what I mean? Where we at, brother? No? And that's something that you don't want to hear, man. Like, that's why your woman don't want to leave here, man. Your woman, she wants to stay here. She won't admit it, but she really want to be here, man. Because this is a place that give her power, that give her authority. And even if it's a slight authority, shit, your woman got authority and don't even know she got it, man.
Right.
A lot of women, they got authority over men, man. You call the cops on your man, and then your security force will come through and take the nigga away, man.
Yeah, it's like back in the garden, man. You know, Eve had everything, man. You know, they knew everything that was good. When the serpent came and enticed her with wickedness, one of the things she liked the most was that, man, that she could be over the man. You know, and that's why she brought wickedness unto Adam and basically unto our nation, man. And this is why, no matter how bad the situation is here, they'll rather fight for this place to get better instead of for this place to get destroyed and a new kingdom to be set up under righteousness, man. And that's why it tells you in the scriptures there is wickedness is
all wickedness is but little to that of a woman.
All wickedness is but little to that of a woman, man, because the woman doesn't know righteousness, man, ultimately, you know, and she thinks with a carnal mind.
Her emotions.
That's right.
She's led by her emotions rather than by the spirit, man.
That's right.
And this is 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. You got women that's police officers, judges, lawyers, politicians, presidents, queens. She's usurping authority over men, man. You got women in the military that have a command over men. That's off, man. But see, in this society, Esau pushes that, man. And if you really gave your woman the opportunity, hey, do you want to be here or do you want to be in the kingdom of heaven? A lot of times she gonna stop and stutter. If you ask a man of the Lord, we're gonna tell you right, yeah, I want to be in the kingdom. I want to be in the kingdom. All this talk about queen and this, queen that, queen this, and then very rarely you hear king come out of there. But if you do hear king, it's always after the queen. But in reality, the king's supposed to be over the queen. But really, these nations, they the ones that started that queen shit, man. Because we never had queens in the ancient world, man. We had princesses, man. And you wasn't going to level up from that, man. You always going to be a princess. I had mentioned Shira, which is, she was a princess of the power. That comes from the Hebrew word Sarah. Sarah, that was Sarai was her name. It was which meant she was a princess. Sarah, which means that she was a what? It's really Shara. Shara, which is what? The princess of the Most High. Well, she's a princess with God. That's the Most High changed her name. He changed Abraham's name from Abram to Abraham, which is what? The father of many, the father of a multitude, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the matter is that's what she was. A woman was a princess of the power, man. And she going somebody had commented on one of the videos I did and asked a question, so I assumed it was a woman. She was like, "Oh, I wonder if the Most High, how about Shah going to let us tie up these heathens too, man. Let them get busy on too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna have servants. She gonna have slaves. So she wanna bust her head open. She can do that. Hey, Sarah I did it to her hair, she would whoop my ass, man. Because they want to get some get back too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't know what they're gonna about the men. We gonna handle it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're gonna have some power, the true authority is gonna come from the man, the husband, man. So let me keep on reading. It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. You know what I'm saying? Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith, in charity, in holiness, with sobriety, man. So that's how your woman gonna be saved. If she's right with you, man.
Right.
Yeah, if she just constantly giving you hell, putting hell on you, bro. Hell no, man. She's gonna have to get cut off, man, and die. You know what I'm saying? And really, women respect power, man. I was talking about this thing called hergamony, man, or hergamy. Hergamy is when a woman marries up in her social class. So it's a lot of these women from these other nations, they marry Edomites because of what the Edomite represent, especially if he got some money or some type of status. But naturally, he has a status in society because he's a so-called white man. So these women, they find that attractive. You know, they find that oh, he's handsome. Like if you ask, they was asking these Asian women because they were had a dating thing, and it was Edomite men going there to get with Asian women, right? And then they had this Jake, or this guy that looked like a Jake, and he sounded like an Edomite when he was talking. And he was like, the women that I like don't like me, because he said he liked Asian women, but the Asian woman was like, they wasn't feeling him. Why? Because if they marry him, they're marrying down.
Yeah, kind.
They're not marrying up. It don't matter that he's from America where he's socially upward, mobily upward. It don't matter. When they look at you, you're a class down. All these nations look at our people as a class down. You know what I'm saying? And you got women that get with Jake from the other nations because they like that flavor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, even a so-called even a so-called white woman gets with Jake, man. Because what? Because she knows that he's superior in bed. He's superior in strength. You know what I'm saying? He's superior in every way. So the woman, she wants to get with him. 9 times out of 10. But you know, a lot of these women, they marry these Edomites because of what they represent, man. They represent a power structure. And that's the power structure that we're in. So in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna have our power structure. That's the spirit, right? Wasn't the spirit? You know what I'm saying? The women of the other nations, they're gonna clamor to be with an Israelite man. It don't matter what status he is. He's an Israelite man. So he represents what? The power structure. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, we're gonna be, all our men are gonna be extremely handsome, man. All our men gonna be comely, like King Solomon and like Absalom. Absalom was known for his comeliness, man, his handsomeness, unblemished, man. But on top of that, we're gonna have power, man. You know, we're gonna have power, and that's what women are. Women are a byproduct of power. So when Eve got with the serpent, and she listened to those philosophies that he was giving her, which basically he was giving her what? The philosophy of wickedness, because they didn't know wickedness. So she was in a transgression. She sinned. And get Ecclesiasticus 25, chapter 25. Yeah, chapter 25, verse 24.
Ecclesiasticus 25 and 24. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died.
There you go, man. So sin came to us through the woman, man. That's why the Most High is not dealing with the woman. Like, he is pouring his spirit upon all of us, men, women, and children. But when it comes to him dealing, he's dealing with the man. He's dealing with the Israelite man. The scripture says what? The flock of my pasture are men, man. You know, the scripture said that we were going to be the Lord, the tabernacle of the Most High dwelleth with men, and he shall be their God, and they shall be his people. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Revelation 20 and 30. I mean 20, 30. 20. Revelation 21 and 3, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Lord, although he can use a woman to bring spiritual edification, he didn't make the women to be spiritual leaders, man. Because even in the law it tells, even the makeup of the woman, the Lord made it different because her role was something. Not that it was less important, but
she was created for. Hey, no. Keep it 100. Go to matter of fact, go to 1 Corinthians.
Because she has a role that's important, but the role of a Israelite man is way higher than the woman, man.
Yeah, well, her point is to be a servant.
Yeah, it can.
That's what the word woman means.
And then also, like I was going into the makeup that the Lord gave the woman is to be unclean at certain every month.
Yeah.
So that's why. What does it tell you in the law that you have to be a man and you can't be unclean whenever you're gonna go and go into the holies of holies.
Yeah.
You know, and those days you're not in control of.
Yeah.
And we're not in control of the high holy days.
Yeah.
So and a woman can never be really connected to the Most High because she's gonna be unclean in those high holy days, man.
Or so any other day a period drop, or when she have a child.
That's right.
Because when you have a boy child, you unclean for 80 days.
That's right.
And
even if a woman,
I'm sorry, if you have a daughter, a female child, you unclean for double that. So that's 160 days. That's 6 months, man. So if I needed to deal with you, how can I deal with you? Hey, and Deborah, they'll go to Deborah, but she had to be older. She had to be well past her the prime of her life when she was made a prophetess, man. And that was for our admonishment, because we were going off anyway. And so, but the Lord was dealing with Barak, man. You know what I'm saying? But the point of the matter is that just like Judah, she was a widow. And she still looked good, but she was a widow. Her husband had passed away. She was a widow for some time. She wasn't out there fucking this dude and hiding the pants. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High used her to kill it. I think it might have been Haliphanasis, man. Okay? But the point of the matter is that the Lord is dealing with men. Get this 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman created for the man. So the woman was created for the man. She was created to be what? A helpmate. Get Genesis 3, and is it Genesis 2? Go ahead to Genesis chapter 2, verse Genesis chapter 2, verse 21. 2 and 21.
Genesis 2 and 21. It says, And the Lord power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Matter of fact, I'm sorry. Go to verse 19 and 20. Verse 19 and 20.
Genesis 2 and 19 says, And out of the ground the Most High power formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam to see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all cattle and the fowls of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found a help meet for him.
Yep.
Verse 21.
Yep.
Verse 21, And the Lord power caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Most High power had taken from man made he a woman, and brought her unto the man.
Which there was already women on the earth, but the Lord took a woman out of Adam's family line, man. You know what I'm saying? He took a woman. That's what that comes from. Him being her flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. Just like Laban told Jacob, or Yaakov, when he got with him, when he went to go work for him. Okay, so she had to come out of his family line. Now read verse 18.
Verse 18. And the Lord Power said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help for him."
Yeah, a help for him.
For him.
Read it again.
Genesis 2:18. And the Lord Power said, "It is not good that men should be alone. I will make him a help meet for him."
Right. So that's what a woman is. A woman is a helpmeet for the man. Okay. She not supposed to be exercising authority over him. I'm not saying she can't have an opinion or question, but if she have anything, guess what? She got to learn from her husband at home. She not supposed to be outside trying to get this dude to teach her this, or to get this man to teach her that, or this is my best friend, man. He's a male, but he's my best friend. You know, he's somebody I can confide in. No, man, a woman is supposed to confide in her husband, man. You know what I'm saying? But in this society, that's not the case. Women they do what they want to do, man. They go where they want to go. They dress how they want to dress. They say what they want to say. Okay, they have an opinion, man. Like, hey, like I always use Coming to America for a great example. The first 15, 20 minutes of that movie was the best part of that movie, man. Like when Cindy was getting he was practicing with Hakeem. He said, so you rather have you rather have a woman who has her own opinion? And Hakeem was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? If you love a woman, you should value her opinion. And my man Simi said, hippopotamus shit. He said, all a woman need have is a firm backside and big breasts like a Melons, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Simi was in the right spirit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But Hakeem, he was in that Western mindset instead of that Eastern mindset, man.
That's right.
You know, he said, wait a minute. He said, so you would rather have something like a mindless sheep or something like that. He said, that's the way it's always been. It's tradition. Who are we to break it, man? He said, like everything, all things must change, even tradition. Roughly paraphrasing that scene. But the point of the matter is that here it is, instead of him wanting a woman that was totally in order, that she had never slept with another man her whole life, she was brought up to worship him and be with only him. Whatever she liked, she learned to like it because of what he liked, man. And that's with any relationship. A lot of times you deal with a woman, you start liking shit that she liked, or she likes shit that you like. You see a woman, if you really put your spirit on a woman, she'll take on your spirit, man. She'll start talking like you, man. You know, she'll start chilling like you, man. If you a calm, cool, collective dude, guess what? She gonna be a calm, cool, collective chick. She ain't gonna be all loud and boisterous and shit, all out of control. No, she gonna take your spirit, man. And a clear example is when you see a Judite or so-called Negro dude messing with a white woman, man. What ended up happening? She ended up picking his spirit up, man. You ever see that? She'll get that bob, that Karen cut. She'll get that Karen cut. She'll be talking like a black woman. She'll get her nails done. She know he like them thick, so she already thick. She got the booty. She gonna wear she gonna put on them skin tights and shit. And she gonna be talking like a black bitch, man. She gonna be hanging around your cousins or your sisters if you got sisters, hanging around them. So she gonna pick up that black woman's spirit heavy. It just gets on her. I used to see that all the time when I was in the military, man. Now you got some Edomite women, they get with Jake men, and they get with Jake men, and they kind of still keep that Edomite flavor on them. Hey, but I've seen it even with Latinos, man. The so-called Latino man, he'll get him an Edomite woman, man. Had that bitch in a kitchen making tortillas, man, from scratch, speaking Spanish.
God, that's it, salsa and shit.
All that, bruh. All that. You see? Because she picked her spirit up, man. Because a woman is a receiver, man. She's not a giver, man.
Right.
She receives everything. She receives energy. She receives seed. She receives knowledge. From who? From you.
Right.
Okay?
Adam.
Go ahead, brother.
This is 1 Corinthians 11 and verse Well, I start at the top. 1 Corinthians 11:1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Hamashiach. For I praise you, brethren, that you remember me in all things, and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is the Most High.
Yeah, and these women, they're trying to go above their head, man. And you even got Jake men going above their head, man. Talking about they don't believe in Yahweh Shai. You know, they only believe you just dealing with Yahweh. The New Testament is not right. And just going off, man. Just like these women, man. And I remember probably like a year ago, I was watching this dude. I forget this dude named Jesse something. This ugly dude, crazy dude. He's always going at Jake's, but he just let weirdo people on his show and shit. And then, like he called himself a Christian and shit, but he really believes in this society. He loves America and everything. You know what I'm saying? All compromise. Oh, he loves America. And but anyway, he had some Christian couples on his show, man. And he would ask the woman, "Hey, is he your head? Is he your head?" And the bitch be stopping and stuttering. And then here his simple ass, he just sitting there looking like whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he asked him again, "Is he your head? Do you believe in the Bible? Do you believe in God?" She's like, "He is my head as long as he follows Christ." That's what she say. As long as he's following that. Look, even if the nigga was a dirtbag, guess what? He's still your head. That's right. Hey, look at Abigail and that one dude. I forget his name. I always mix his name. I know it begin with an N, man. Yeah, he was a straight up jackass, man. But guess what? He was her head. That's right. And she came out when he was about to get them cut up by the Mossad. She came in supplication to David, man, and apologized on behalf of her husband, man. You know? But the point of the matter is that the man is the head of the woman, man. So she's supposed to go to you for all things, because guess what? Our head is Yahweh Shai. The head of Yahweh Shai is who? Yahweh, the Most High. The Heavenly Father, Yahweh, is not dealing with us directly right now. When we get in the kingdom of heaven, He's gonna be dealing with us face to face, man. But even still through His Son, always, because His Son is His only begotten. He gave that sacrifice up for what? For His people, for His friends, for His brothers, for His nation. But the point of the matter is that it ain't like your woman gonna usurp you. You see Yahweh Shai walking down, just walking down. Oh, just fine. Let's see, you just see Yahweh Shai, right? Your woman gonna knock you out the way and get to Yahweh Shai first over you. He gonna step back. What the fuck? You fuck around and put her ass to death. Everybody gonna die in the case of what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if she was to be that rude, she can't go to Yahweh Shai without you, man. Now, I'm not saying she can't believe. She can be a believer, but she got to go through you. You can't go. Like, I can't go to the heaven. We can't go over Yahweh Shai said to the Most High. Right? Look. How? You know what I'm saying? Yahweh Shai, man, he said, I can't do this. Can you make him do it otherwise? No. Most High fuck around put you to death, man. Because He's not even going to hear you. Because He's not dealing with you directly, man.
Yeah, because even like for an example, in the time of Jacob's trouble, man, when the Lord gives spiritual power, He's gonna give it to the men, and the men are gonna protect, the 1/3 of the nation, man. But that power is not gonna be given to no woman, man. Yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, our women might have some sort of power, but ultimately, that pure power is gonna be given unto the men. And especially in Jacob's trouble, man. Yeah. That's why even though you could be a believer in the Lord, you're still gonna be depending on the Lord's servants to defend you. And that's why the scriptures say that a man shall be as a covering cast from the wind.
Oh, I got the other one. I got this Isaiah 3. Isaiah chapter 3. And looking for the lighter?
Yeah.
Isaiah, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. Yep, Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
Because even, you know, the Heavenly Father made man in His image, man. So if the Lord was to come down onto this realm, he would manifest Himself as a man, not a woman. You know, so He's gonna bestow. We're gonna be a representation of the Heavenly Father and of His Son. So we're gonna be made. Well, we were made in His image. You know, so the power is gonna be given unto the man, and that's why we have different genetic structure, man. We have a bigger brain because we have, you know, greater capacities to think with logic, you know, with reason than the woman does. We have stronger physical structure because we're supposed to be better than the woman in strength.
Well, she's the weaker vessel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The woman's the weaker vessel. Not saying that she can't deal with certain things. Like a woman, they like to go to their pregnancy when talking about strength between man and woman. Well, first of all, the Most High gave you those pregnancy pains and the ability to deal with that as a curse for what Eve did. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing that's not nothing to be prideful about, because you can take a certain amount of birth pains. A fucking elephant takes birth pains. A horse has birth pains, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These type of things, they come with giving birth. They don't make you strong. Oh, I carry 9 months. An elephant carries his young for almost 12 months, man. A cow carries young. A dog can carry a litter of babies. You know what I'm saying? And not die. So what makes you that much more special? You are a receptacle for seed, man. And your womb is an incubator for a seed so that it can grow. It's a fertile place for a seed to grow. And I'm not, again, like the brother was saying, a woman have her place, man. But you gotta know where your place is, man. So your place is not over a man. Your place is not to be usurping authority, telling a man what he should do. You know what I'm saying? Like I was looking at Father's Day. Today is so-called Father's Day. And you got a whole bunch of women talking about something. Shout out to all the father figures and men talking about some. And I want to give a shout out to all the women that's playing both roles. But when Mother's Day come around, you don't hear none of that shit. You got men out here, men, straight up taking care of their kids 365 days of the year. Their kids live with them. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear none of that on Mother's Day, man. But as soon as Father's Day, you got to share it with the woman.
Yeah, I seen one too that they said, happy Father's Day and Mother's Day because all parents matter. Like, yeah, they show.
You ain't hear none of that on Mother's Day when Mother's Day was here.
That's how meaningless the man has become to society, man. You know, it's like a fucking mockery, man.
Everything is given to the feminine vibration, man, because this world is all about the Queen of Heaven worship, man. Women worship. That's what this world is all about. Oh, I just love this one woman. She just stole my heart. She just took everything from me. She just gave. I just gotta give everything to her. All the women that the Lord created, man, you bitching over what shit, crap? You out of your fucking mind. Meanwhile, the Arabs over there in the Middle East, man, they just living their life, man. Them boys are really living out their blessings, man. The 12 princes and them kingdoms, all that gold they got over there, and all the women they got over there, wrap the fuck up, shut the fuck up. When she get out of place, she can leave, but she ain't taking them kids. She ain't getting no money. Janet Jackson, though, she on the other end. She got about 500 million out of one of them Arabs having his seed, man.
Yeah, that's because she probably married him here.
She married him here. She married him here, and she came up with a prenup, and she stayed with that nigga for 5 years and like 5 or 6 months, man. And then as soon as that, because that's what the stipulation was, you gotta be with me for 5 years, at least 5 years and so many months if you have my child, and then if he don't work out, because he's a billionaire, he's an Arab billionaire, and if we don't work out, then you get $500 million. That bitch stayed with that nigga for all of 5 years and 5 months, and then she got up out of there, bro. She wanted all that. She wanted the money. That's what it was all about. It was all about the bread. She had a seed by this dude, bro. Because she wanted the money, man. She wasn't there because she loved that dude. She was there for the cash, man. She been told she was a slut. Her name was, she said, Miss Janet, was it Janet Jackson? Miss Janet if you're nasty. You know what I'm saying? She was always a little freak. Everybody, she talk all soft, and they look at her as a little penny, because she was acting since she was a child. Everybody look at her like she's still a little penny. No, she grew up, she got to get control. She said she wanted control. In the 80s, she had a song called Control. Dun, 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 dun. Control. Dun, 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 dun. And she was splitting, showing her boobs, showing her body off. And she wasn't trying to break out of that shell of being in order, because when she was a kid, she had to be in order underneath Joseph. Her pop name was Joseph. She had to be in order under that nigga, man. He didn't play. He even told that bitch she couldn't marry no Jake. She couldn't be with no nigga, man. And then Bobby Brown was body slamming her ass to the mattress at night. You know what I'm saying? But he got up in it. Joseph said no. That shit gotta break that shit off. You know what I'm saying? And that's why she don't mess with niggas today. She did for a little bit. She fucked with Jermaine Dupri, this little short ass. But she can run over him. But she was always bucking up, man. And when Bobby Brown had her ass, hey man, he told that bitch it's my prerogative, man. He's busting her ass, man. To the mattress, man. Like Randy Savage. Pinning her to the mattress, bruh. But the point of the matter is that these women, they're out of control, man. That's why they have women marches. They have all this stuff geared towards the feminine vibration, because of that woman worship. Hey, back in Isaiah 32:1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness. It's a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Princes are the sons of a king, right? We are the princes of the power, Yasha Allah. We're going to rule in judgment. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, a man, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as a shadow of the great rock in a weary land. And that's what we're going to be in that day. That's why 7 women going to take hold of 1 man of the Lord from the tribe of Israel, man. From one of the 12 tribes of Israel, man.
That's right.
A complete number of women, man. Because in that day, they're going to realize that they need a man for protection, man. Because in this right now, these women, I don't need no man for nothing. I don't need no man for nothing. A lot of you women are lesbians, men. You dealt with men, but you got jaded or something happened, and you straight went to the woman's side, man. And a lot of you women, you do that, especially of the darker persuasion, man. You Judite women, man. You get down with other women because you've been hurt or you've been jaded. Here you got a whole fucking children running around here, but then you got a woman up in the house talking about them. That's your girlfriend, man. You going off, man.
That's right.
You see? But they listen to the lies of the devil, man. He pushed that woman empowerment shit, man. He pushed that what is it? We are strong. We are this, blah blah blah. That Rosita Rivet spirit on these women, man. Anything a man could do, I could do. But then as soon as you get in some trouble, who you calling for? A man to help you, man. You screaming like the woman that you are.
Yeah,
you see?
And it's not even anything you could do, I could do. Like that song goes, anything you could do, I could do better.
Oh yeah. That's what they say. Yeah.
Put it above the man.
Yeah, can you bear a seed? Can you recreate your own your seed? No, you can't, man.
Right.
You can't do that. So you can't. Anything I can do, you can't do better, man.
That's right.
Oh, I can run faster than you. You can't. Oh, I can talk faster than you. You don't. I look better than you. You don't. My dick is bigger than yours. It's not. It was cold that day. No. You know what I'm saying? No. But the woman will tell you that shit.
Yeah,
she'll get the operation. She'll put the strap on. With a K, strap on. You know what I'm saying? My niggas, I got my dildo. She got a dildo. Going crazy all up in the house and shit. These women are out of order, bro.
That's right.
Hey, get I'm sorry, brother. You got it.
Yeah, like I was explaining to my cousin, like if today's society was to split between man and woman, you know, the woman would basically die off, man. Because with the technology today that we have, men can create an artificial womb.
Yeah.
Because we have the seed. We bring forth life. You women are the vessels that the Most High uses to care, to nourish that seed, man. So if man and woman was to divide into two different parts, two different, let's say countries, and women on one side and men on the other, you women would die off because you don't have seed to keep procreating, man. The man carries the life. You're just a vessel of nourishment, man. But the man carries the seed. The man carries the life. And you still can't acknowledge that that men are greater than women.
And they won't, man. They won't. But why? Because they listen to the devil, man.
That's right.
These women, they've been listening to the serpent since the garden, bro. You know what I mean? That's what they've been doing. Go ahead, bro.
This is 2 Esdras 5:2. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, and that thou hast heard long ago. It says, I want to jump down from there to verse 8. It says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be often set out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
And that's what you see with these little niggas is, man. This whole generation is nothing but monsters, man. Little, you know what I'm saying? A generation of little Uzi Verts, Lil Waynes, and young thugs, man. Running around here, futures, drug addicts. Here it is, you ain't even 16 years old, you are already addicted to painkillers, man. You addicted to Oxycontin, you addicted to perks, smoking weed, just killing each other, running rampant. Yeah, I just saw some shit on Chicago, man. They willing from another wave of death, not from the coronavirus. Niggas shooting each other, man. Where's the marching after that? I ain't Black Lives Matter. That shit just died down, bro. A couple weeks ago, man, you couldn't even walk down the street without somebody screaming BLM, man. Well, where's BLM when niggas are killing each other, man? Why does it make it special when the so-called white man is doing it, man?
That's right.
And that show you that this is all set up by design, man. And a lot of the reason why you niggas in the ghetto are out of order is because these women, man. Your mother done raised you. Your aunt done raised you. Your grandma done raised you. You got about 6 or 7 stepdads, man. You know what I'm saying? Out of order, bro. And all we're doing, we're bringing to you the scriptures. Hey, the household starts with the man, yo. And it's not up to the woman to dictate what a man is supposed to be, how he's supposed to be, what he's supposed to do. That's not for you to dictate, man. But see, Esau, he created this whole system. That's what the whole welfare system come from. That's where all these social programs come from. And what? To get the man out of the house, man. To get the man going so that Esau can become the man. And Esau just say, what? You can do what you want to do. That's why he bring into these jobs, the workforce, not only to tax her, but what? To elevate her, man. So he become her husband. That's why the woman, she'll go to work and she'll do everything Esau tell her to do. She won't buck up or nothing.
That's right.
And then, but soon as she come home, she's cussing you out, man. She telling you what you supposed to do. No, I tell her straight up, man. You go to work, man. That's because you want to go. Don't forget that you got shit you need to do around here,
right.
Whether I'm home or not.
Yeah, she could be a fucking lawyer and shit.
All day, but you bring your ass home, you gonna be a wife.
Yeah, and her boss could tell her, oh, can you run and grab her some coffee?
And she'll do it.
And she'll do it happily.
She'll do it happily, man. Why? Because he's giving her that check.
Yeah,
he's giving her that check. She don't fuck that check up. She don't want to fuck them benefits up, man.
But come you home and ask her for some food or whatever.
Cuss you the fuck
what
up.
The fuck? You ain't
make
got
that
no
shit,
legs?
You make that shit just fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Don't ask me for nothing. I am tired. Fuck you mean you tired? Who told you to go to work? Ain't nobody else gonna do. Wait a minute, bitch. Well, I don't have that problem, but I'm just saying, it's Jake in the world that got that problem, bro.
That's right.
You got to deal with all of that, man. You got to deal with that woman of the 90s, man. That woman of the 70s. That woman of the 2000s. The 99 of the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, Ecclesiastes. Hey, this is Sirach chapter 26. Really, 25. And then women won't read these. Because it'll cut her, man. It's Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, man.
That's plain.
That's plain as day. Plain as day, man.
Yeah, like one of the things I always say, like I know, like I understand that we went off and we deserve punishment, but one of the worst punishment was that woman being over you, and I say it all the time, man.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather go through anything than to have women on top of us, man. That shit is like the worst curse the Lord could put over us, man, and that backs it up, man.
Yep.
Give me any plague except the
plague of the heart. This is Sirach 25:13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is you lose your mind. You know what I'm saying? And any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
That's right, man.
And then like women will hear this and be like, oh, you guys hate women. No, we don't. I love women, bro.
That's right.
I treat my woman good. As good as I can in inside. I really do, man. And she'll tell you. My woman tell you, we argue, everybody argue. But I mean, shit, man, my woman really don't have to work, bro. She do that because she want to, man. That's her money. When she get paid, I don't check her. It really is mine, but I don't check her. I'm like, oh, that shit, do what you want to do with it. If I need something, she be like, hey, you need something, here you go. Here go my card. And we spend it till we ain't got it. And then I got money. Hey, we spend it till we ain't got it. You know what I mean? So my woman will tell you we broken ten, but the point of the matter is that there's stipulations in this thing. There's order in this thing. You understand what I'm saying? She got an opinion. I talk to her. I'm talking to her, not nobody else. Hey, when a brother come to my crib, he don't see my woman. One time, like, unless like our women get together or something, they sit there talking. Guess what? We in the crib together. They over there, we over here. And it ain't no mixing and mingling. We sit at the table playing cards, talking shit, getting drunk, listening to each other's opinions. Hell no, bro. It's like she's not even there. Cause I'm sitting here with him. And those times are very few, man. But it's about order. Hey, when you go to the Arab's house, man, he might even have his kids out there, but he won't have his woman out there. His friends will be at the house. She done put the food out, she served it up. His friends in there gawking at his woman and shit, looking at her body. No. And my woman, she does this. She leaves. If the brother coming over, she ain't trying to be sitting there chopping it up. She'll take the baby in the room, they go in the room, they hang out, man. Until we done, man.
That's right.
And that's how it's supposed to be. That's order. That's respect. If I go to the brother's house, 9 times out of 10, it's me and you downstairs. They upstairs. I never see them. I may not. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to be. But in this society, they're like, nah. I do what I want to do. I'm gonna keep reading, brother. Hey, this is verse 14. I'll read 13 again. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction of them that hate me, and any revenge but the revenge of enemies. There is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I'd rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman.
Yeah, and it's not like that we hate women, we just hate women that are out of order, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because if all women were to be in order, how beautiful would that be, man? They'll make our life easier, and ultimately that's what's gonna be happening in the kingdom. You know, all of our women are gonna be in order, you know, and they're gonna respect everything we do and say, man. And they're like you were telling me, you know, sometimes our women don't back us up in everything that we wish they would.
Yeah.
But in the kingdom of heaven, everything we do and say, they're gonna back us up.
It.
Yeah.
100%, bro. 144%, bro.
Whether that be in investments, whether that be in having multiple wives, whatever it is, man. You women are gonna get in order. And because you're in order, we're gonna treat you that much nicer, man. We're gonna be spending that much more quality time with you. You know, because on this side, at least with me, man, sometimes I just keep thinking how vexing it is to have our women out of order, and it's just like I don't even want to spend time with my woman, man. But it's not because I hate her, but because she's not in order.
Yeah, man. This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. Isaiah 3 and 12. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. Isaiah 3 and Isaiah 3 and and 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths.
That's what we were going into, man. You know, the women now are ruling over the men, and they have basically destroyed their nation. The reason why we have Jake acting the way they do is because they're being raised by a so-called independent and strong woman, you know, that doesn't need a head, man. That's like you cutting off somebody's head and they're good. Like, no, man, you're cutting the man off of the household. You're cutting off the father, the male figure for your sons. And how are you gonna teach a man how to be a man being a woman? You can't. You see, you don't think the same. You know, so you have to have a father figure in your household so that men could grow to be men. And that's why we have all these effeminate men in our nation now, you know, accepting all sorts of stupid ass philosophies, man.
Yep. Being
woman worshippers. And this is not a new problem, because this has been going on since
the ancient world.
Yeah, it's in the ancient world, man.
Hey, that's like when Jeremiah was getting on them, and I think it was Jeremiah chapter 14, might be 42 or 41, but I know he was saying that basically he was checking Jake, and Jake was saying, no, all the things that our wife, all the men that knew their wives burn incense to the Queen of Heaven and to Tammuz, and he said, all that I said we will do, we will not do, but we will do with the rest of our wife. You know what I'm saying? I think you said women were, burning, crying for weeping for Tammuz, or making cakes for the Queen of Heaven and burning incense, which those are sacrifices unto these idols, man. And Jake would follow right along, man. Hey, this is Jeremiah chapter 31, verse 22. It says, how long wilt thou go, O backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth, a woman shall compass a man. And when you look that word up for compass, it means to go around, to go above. And that's what happened, man. That's why they can complain and they can say whatever, like women, they can lie. And you see that chick Amy Cooper, man. If this was 10, 20 years ago, man, that Jake, he would have been in prison, man. And what she would have went on the stand and lied and said that, you know, he tried to attack her while she was walking with her dog. You know what I'm saying? He made her feel afraid. She got PTSD now. She can't walk her dog in the park without fear of being harassed by a so-called black man. But because that camera was rolling, it was nothing she could do, man. And the first thing an Edomite say is, oh, you can't record me, that's illegal. No, it's not, man. When you in public, people can do it, man. Now you can tell somebody, hey, don't do it, but if they do it, they do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Because you in a public place, man. But again, that she would have lied, and like, look at Emmett Till. Look at what the death that he caught, man, behind an Edomite woman lying. And then she said, before she died, that it was a lie.
That's right.
That he didn't even whistle at her, man.
Oh yeah.
He ain't do nothing to her, man. And then her husband went off on an emotional tirade and just killed Jake because he just felt like killing a nigga, man. And they knew that no court in Mississippi would find them guilty, man. Them niggas was sitting at the court table or whatever as defendants, smiling, laughing like, who gonna do something to me? That's the spirit they had, man. All because a woman lied, man. Hey, that's why the scripture says all wickedness is but little to that of a woman, man. And nobody wants to hear it. Nobody, like in this world, nobody want to hear correction. I don't even like talking about the woman as much as we've been talking about her, but we rarely do it out here. We rarely go into the feats of the woman, man. There's a certain way a woman is supposed to be. The scripture's going to tell you about it. As we read, you're going to hear about a woman and how she's supposed to be, man. It is a way that she's not supposed to be. You got something?
Yeah, this is because of Jake, the Israelite men listening to their women, you know, that's one of the biggest part of our downfall as a nation, man. You know, because we hearken unto our woman. You know, which we're supposed to hearken unto the Most High all the time, man.
And another reason why the woman is ruling over us and doing the things she's doing is because, hey, that's why the scripture says, how long without go, O backsliding daughter? Not daughters, because the daughter of Zion is Israel. We're married unto the Most High, man. And we went off, man.
That's right.
And the woman is the glory of the man. So when we went off, the Most High took our glory away from us, man. And he turned it against us. That's why a woman's glory is her hair. If you shave a woman's head, man, she'll feel like, well, not in this proud ass society, but normally she'll feel really humble, man. You know? Because you took her glory away from her, man. But when you put it back on her head, she act like, that's why the nigga woman, she can be as bald as a tennis ball, but as soon as she put that weave on her head, man, she's proud, man. She don't even care that it came off somebody else's head. She don't even care that she had to pay for it, man. She's swinging it around, she doing all this, and she proud, man. Because that's her glory. But when it's taken away, hey, she feel ashamed. Oh, you should have told me something. I would have came here, I would have given my hair. Because a woman's glory is her hair. That's in the scriptures, man.
Yeah, and it's, instead of being our glory, they're our shame now, man.
Yeah, that's right, because we're the shame of the Most High. All the wickedness that we done did against them.
Right. So Jeremiah 44 and 14, Salaki and 15, Jeremiah 44 and 15, then all the men which knew that their wives had burnt incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt in bathrows, answered Jeremiah, saying, as for the word which thou hast spoken unto us in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth, to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to put our drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers, our kings, our princes, in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then had we plenty of victuals, and we were well, and so no evil.
Yeah, because they wasn't catching hell at right away. And the Lord was allowing our iniquity to mount up to a point where he would have judged us. And ultimately he did judge us by bringing Nebuchadnezzar against us, man. And taking and burning our city, burning the first temple to the ground, and then taking us into slavery, to captivity, man. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Jeremiah was telling Jake to repent, man.
Right.
He was telling Jake, hey, to repent. When you read up, that's what he was telling him. He was basically cussing him out. Telling him, hey, yo, man, get right, man, because the Most High is about to judge you for your wickedness, man, for your evils, man. And Jake was like, no, we're going to do what we want to do. All you said, because when we was worshiping the Queen of Heaven, we had rituals like Jake in this time. They would sell out to Satan. And they're living good. They got mountains of money. They got more FRNs than their heart can desire, man. They got so many FRNs that they just take them out of their pocket and throw them on the couch, man. Because they got money in the bank, they got fame, they got resources in the society. So to them, worshiping Satan, they're winning. But when you come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you realize you gotta suffer.
That's right.
You're not gonna have a whole bunch of money. You're not gonna be rich. You're gonna have your daily bread, man, which is good enough. Just making it day by day, because you don't know what tomorrow will bring, man. You understand?
That's right.
You know, learning to live abasing and abounding. You know? But see, Jake don't want that. Jake want the quick fix, man. But they don't realize that eventually runs out. All that fame that you garnered, all the hit singles, all that shit get burnt out, man. You get old, you ain't as young as you used to be no more. You can't do the hammer dance no more. You can't slide across that stage no more. You start getting old, now they're looking for somebody else. They're looking for somebody else that's younger, that's more vibrant. You done outlived your usefulness, man. He done used you to sell your people drugs and guns and murder, okay, and adultery, homosexuality, poison, because that's what all the music of these people are filled with, man. From you got certain type of music in Mexico called narco music, man, where they're just bigging up drug dealers, man, who's killing their people, the cartels. What niggas in America doing that trap music, man, gangster music, man. Why? Because it gets you people in the mindset of being a gangster, a cartel, a drug dealer, a user, and what to get you into the prison system, man. Because they don't tell you about that when they're rapping on their microphone. Again, first 2 Corinthians 2:11. They don't tell you that when they're doing all that bullshit, man. Hey, that there's consequences behind this thing, man. Right. Go ahead.
This 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices.
Right, and how does Satan get an advantage of you, man? He had you falling right into their hands, man. That's what that whole Black Lives Matter and all that marching down the street shit for. It's a really they're marching you right into a trap and you don't even know it. Right. Satan is getting the advantage of you, man. And when we say Satan, we're talking about the adversary, man. The adversary, which is the so-called white man.
Right.
Starting off with his super elite, man. They keep talking about George Soros, but you never see George Soros. Here it is, this dude, he supposedly is funding all of these movements across the earth, but nobody bringing this nigga to jail.
Yeah, damn.
Ain't nobody put him in jail, not one time. Nobody bringing him up on charges of sedition, of treason, of mutiny, none of that. But yet he's the mythical guy behind all this, when really it's the Rothschilds, man. They bankrolling this whole thing on both sides, man. Pressure from above, pressure from below, man. Hey, Revelation 12:12. And all these things all these things is Satan getting an advantage of you, man.
That's right.
But see, we're not blind to it, man. We're not ignorant to his devices, man. We see how he pit man against woman, woman against man, child against parent, parent against child. We see how he puts a war of the sexes, man. All of this stuff to get you to fight black against white, white against black, brown against brown. All of this, that's what he does, man. And you laugh, you think it's funny, you think it's games, but this shit is really going on, man. It's already proven. It's written in law. It's written in legislation. It's written in books. People came out and brought it out. They actually show you how this man went to South America and created these groups to make coups happen, man. Why do you think what's going on there with Maduro and Venezuela, man? And that one dude that they're trying to get to replace him, man. Okay? What's going on with all of that? That's all set up by the so-called CIA. What do you call these? Economic hitmen. They go down to a country like Brazil and just purposely bleed it to death, man. All the resources that this country has, and the people can't even eat off of it, man. Only a select few people, man. Go to Africa, and it's the same thing. They keep a perpetual war going on in that throughout that whole continent, so that they can bleed the country dry, the continent dry of resources, man. Keep the people in permanent conflict, so they're so destitute they can't get up. Here it is, they got this man, they set up these puppet leaders to privatize the natural resources, man, so that the people can't get it. Keep the people in perpetual poverty. Why do you think they got third world, and second world, and first world countries, man? And America is quickly turning into a third world country in some places, man. Some parts of America is straight up third world conditions, man. And who living in them? Israelites, man. But you're not seeing that. You fighting each other. You're so busy fighting yourself, but you're not busy fighting the men.
So Revelation 12:12 says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time."
Yeah, so this devil, he know that his time is running up. So that's why he's stepping on the pedal with getting his new world order off the ground, man.
That's right.
He's putting the gas. He's stepping on the gas, man. That's why every 5 minutes you seeing something else happen. This happening, that happening. Why? Because this man, he's stepping on the gas, trying to get his time, this thing fulfilled, because he know he got a short time, man. And he's gonna come down on the people of Israel, you Negro, Latino, Native Americans, man. He's gonna come down on you even harder, man. Because he know that his time is short. He know that his kingdom is falling, man. All these all these, people getting all excited about these statues falling. But when I see these statues falling, I see these Edomites' kingdom is crumbling, man. That's another, they pulling all kinds of shit down. They got Albert Pike out there in DC. They took his statue down, man, and destroyed it, man. And when they did it, they painted it over, they stepped on it, tried to set it on fire. But you don't know who Albert Pike is. He was a strong demon, man. A Masonic demon, man. Okay? And he was the founder of the Ku Klux Klan, or one of the founders, the main founders of the Ku Klux Klan, man. But you got a statue sitting up for this dude like he did something great, man. He did something great for you Edomites, man. He didn't do nothing great for the Israelites, man. What did he do great for you Edomites, man? He destroyed the Israelites, man. He created a system, a satanic Masonic system, which the system was already around, but he created more houses, man. More satanic and higher levels of wickedness, man. Which Masonry is nothing but witchcraft, man. And he tells you that, man. That's why they call it the craft, man. That shit is all witchcraft, man. Right. Satanism, man. Luciferian, man. Which you Edomites ain't the real Luciferians. You're not the light bearers, man. We're the light bearers, man. You got something else after that?
I had Isaiah 30.
Wait.
Yeah, because Jake is marching to have a piece of this kingdom, man. And the Lord said, well, I'm about to read it. It says, Isaiah 30:1, woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
That's why that whole Black Lives Matter, the transsexual life matter, all that shit can coexist, man. Because y'all all want the same thing. And y'all going to the Esau to seek more benefits, man. To seek justice. To seek help, man. But you fighting against the Most High. You covering yourself of a spirit, but it ain't the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. It's the spirit of Satan, man. Go ahead.
It says, that they may add sin to sin.
Right, that's why you get into Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, all this shit, all this worldly shit, because it don't condemn you for the things that you're doing. It don't condemn you for the life that you're living, the way you're living your life. It don't. You can be a straight up, look at Jeffrey Dahmer, man. Even though he was killing sodomites, man. He when he went to prison, man, he became a Christian, man. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because anybody can do that, man. He was a straight up murderer, man. And a cannibal, man. And he still had a taste for it, man. While he was locked up. And the Lord had a Jake put him to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Had a Jake, he didn't even get to the gas chamber or the electric chair. They just the Lord just got rid of that nigga, man. Because even though he was killing sodomites, he was killing Jakes, man. And eating them, man. He was a man of blood. That's why they call him. That's why his name Dahmer, man, goes back to blood, man. He was a man of straight up wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2, that walk down into Egypt and have not asked of my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Right, because America is that shadow of Egypt, man. Hey, this is Egypt all over again, man. This is spiritually what Sodom and Egypt, man.
Right.
And they walk down into Egypt to seeking their help. Read that again.
Isaiah 30:2, that walk down into Egypt and have not asked of my mouth.
Right. And what are they walking down? Hey, all that marching. What is marching? It's walking. They're not even running. They're just marching. They're walking down in Egypt. What? To seek help, man. To seek some type of reprieve. To seek some type of justice, man. Go ahead.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
And that's what they want to do. Ultimately, you want to strengthen yourself in the strength of Pharaoh, man. Because Pharaoh, he let trannies and faggots and dykes and weirdos, man, run them up, man. He ain't got no problem with that, man. And women run over men. He ain't got no problem with that, man.
That's right.
Here it is, our avenger is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. That's who you need to be seeking for help, man. Not the so-called white man, not Pharaoh, man. Not the strength of his strength, his money system, man. Go ahead.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
And that's what you're doing. When you go down there to Capitol Hill talking about some no justice, no peace, all this other madness, and you screaming it for the white man, what you really screaming is, white man, change your ways, man. Devil, change your ways, man. Amend your ways for us, please. Instead of asking for Yahweh Shai to plead your cause, man. Go ahead.
Verse 3, well, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
Yep, the strength of Pharaoh is going to be your shame, man. Go ahead.
And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
Yep, because when you trust in the shadow of Egypt, you're going to be more confused, man. Yeah, they passing so-called landmark legislation for transsexuals against getting them fired and shit. Like it's just been a whole slew of trainees getting fired from their jobs, man. You see how they push, here it is, you're supposed to have a movement for you, and the transsexuals and the faggots are taking over it, man.
Right.
They'll get their rights before you niggas will get your rights, man. They'll get a payout before you niggas get a payout, man.
Right.
That's how much the so-called white man hates you, man. And it's all confusion, man. It's all confusion. You got women talking about some stop killing our men, but you getting abortions and shit, man. You got women talking about some stop killing our sons, but you effeminizing your sons, man. You got women talking about some my son's life matters, but then you treat the boy like shit, man, because he look like his father, man.
That's right. Or you sacrifice him unto Baal, man.
That's
teaching
right.
them these
You murder him.
philosophies.
You murder. Who leads America in abortions, man? Black, Latino, Native American women.
That's right.
Then they'll put Asian behind it. And that's another thing I noticed too. That's another thing I noticed too with this whole thing about Black Lives Matter and shit. Whenever these politicians start speaking on you Negroes in America, man, they always throw Asians in there, man. People of color, black people of color, and Asians. Like Asians are being fucking oppressed over here, man. And these Asians ain't being oppressed in America, man. Ain't nobody oppressing these Asians in America, man. They're winning over here, man. Any chance they get, they act like Edomites, bro. Where you go in the ghetto and you got Asians living in? No, they get money in the ghetto and they getting out of the ghetto, man. As soon as the sun go down, they out of there, man. Unless they went to one of them chink stores and they there till 1 o'clock in the morning. Because they know you niggas start going in about 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's right.
So then they can escape up out of there, man. Then they'll open up again 7 o'clock at night the next day, man. So these Asians ain't being oppressed in America, man.
Well, that was it on that one.
What was you reading?
Isaiah 30.
No, keep reading that.
30 and 4. For his princes were at Zoan, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them.
That's right, yeah. That's right. And that's what the so-called white man, he can't profit you, man. Because he's losing. His kingdom is falling. His kingdom is on the outs, man. How can he help you, man? It's going to get a point where he can barely help himself, man.
That's right.
How can somebody that his kingdom is falling help you out, man? What are you going to give you? Some FRNs, man? And even Apostle Tahara said, like, even if this man gives you it's like 50 million so-called black people in America, right? What if he give all of them $1 million a piece, man? That's over $5 trillion, man. That ain't even enough, man. That's still a spit in your face, man. One, because that's not real money. Real money is silver and gold, cattle, land. That's what real money is, man. Real money is not FRNs with an Edomite on there, man. With a dead Edomite on the front of it, talking about something. Hey, here you go. Here's your payment. You know what I'm saying? And then that's fiat currency, man. Hey, get out James 5 and 1. That's fiat currency, man. The word fiat means to let it be. So they just said, let this be money, while we take the gold and silver. Why do you think they had the Gold Act of 1933? Why do you think they went off the gold and silver standard in 1973? During the time of Nixon, man. Why do you think they did that? Was that just because gold is too heavy to walk around? No, because they wanted to hoard it for themselves, man. And what they give you? FRNs, man. Federal Reserve notes, man. That ain't worth nothing. That the ink is printed on, man. The paper is not worth no more than the ink that's printed on that paper, man.
That's right.
But yet, you Jakes, You out here fighting, you killing each other for this shit. You bugging out, you stealing from each other, you defrauding one another for some fake money, man. For monopoly money, man. That's all that shit is, man.
Right.
Now, we understand that money is a defense. We got to use it in this society. That's what we have to use to buy goods. But we don't put our stock in that shit, man. We ain't marching down the street asking for that. And then you, Jakes, you're not even asking for reparations, man. You just want to be equal, man. Equality, man. How can you be equal with somebody that got an over 240-year head start against you, man? You can never be equal with that person. I don't care. These Edomites walking down the street, they're going to casually say, you know what? I'm opening my doors up to all you Negroes and Hispanics for all the pain and suffering that you had. You know what they say to you, man? Why do I gotta suffer for something that my forefathers did? I didn't own any slaves. I didn't kill anybody. I didn't have that. That had nothing to do with me. Well, the scripture answer that, man. Go ahead, bro.
And even that dude from the leader of that all-right political party,
Yeah.
he was going into how nowadays he's feeling how his privileges are being taken away, that white supremacy and all that.
Yeah.
So what kind of help do you think these Edomites are gonna give you?
Yeah,
man?
what help can they give you, man? Hey, you got Karen bugging out all over America, man. She's losing her fucking mind, going crazy. Hey, did you see that one video I posted up on the WhatsApp earlier, where the Edomite woman, she was bugging out? They kicked her off the house. The Edomites was fighting each other in the house. Yeah, they having nigga moments now, bro. Because the Lord is taking before you get what you get Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Deuteronomy 30 and 7. Hey, because the Most High is putting these curses on you Edomites, man.
That's right.
So again, like the brother said, this dude, his whole situation is jacked up. How can he help you? He can't even help himself, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is Deuteronomy 30 and 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee.
Yeah, and that's right. And that's all these nations did this. All these nations hate us and have persecuted us, but who hate us and persecute us the most? The so-called white man.
That's right.
Why do you think we're here? The reason why we're in America is because we are descendants of people who were conquered by the so-called white man. Robbed and spoiled and left for dead. That's what we are. We are the remnant of people, of Israelites that have been jacked up, man. That's why we in America, man. I don't care if you talk about the so-called Native American, man. Hey, the white man has made this place his country. He stole it, and now he turned it into Edomite Island, man. He turned it into Edomite planet. You know what I'm saying? Right. So how can you expect this man to look at you as if you're some equal? Hey, even these other nations don't look at Jake as equal, man. You get in an argument with one of them, the first thing come out their mouth, you ain't shit but a slave. They got a derogatory name for you, man. That's the first thing they say. Go back to where you came from. You know, like, but Paul Mooney said, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga, man. You want to be a so-called Negro when it counts, man. When it benefits you, man. And you see that a lot with these nations, man. When they got Jake, that their mothers are heathens, and then the Jake becomes successful in sports or music or some shit. Then their mother country, want to try to make you their own, man. Oh, we love him. Hey, Naomi Osaka, she's a prime example of that, man. When she was born, man, her grandfather straight up just annulled her, man. He ain't want nothing to do with her mom or the children, man, because she married a so-called black man, a Haitian man. This is true. This documented. She said out of her own mouth. But then soon as she became famous, now she's a Japanese tennis player, man. She said she can barely speak Japanese, man. She speaks English and Creole, man. You feel me?
It's like I don't know if you follow soccer, but all them the French soccer players that are in the national team, they all wanted to go to England, train, and then go play for their home country. But as soon as they started doing that shit, ESO came up with laws saying, all right, if you train with us, you got to play for our national team, and only because it benefits them. But any other thing concerning how how just in general, the so-called black man lives out there in France, they're not helping Jake out.
Hell no, bro.
Only when it benefits them, man.
Only when it benefits you, man. Everybody want to be a nigga, but don't nobody want to be a nigga, man.
That's right. James 5.
Yeah, James 5:1.
This is James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep in hell for your miseries that shall come upon you. For your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten.
Right, so their riches that they have is corrupted, man. Again, like these why do you think that these Edomites, they can give you a check with no numbers on it, man? A blank check, man. Because they just create money out of thin air, man. When it's really a corrupt instrument, man. That's all it is. It's a satanic, corrupt instrument, man.
That's right.
People died for money, man. For so-called money. For people, I'm telling you, Jake kill you for $100, man. $50, man. And that movie Friday, man. That nigga Big Worm, man. Craig was scared of him, man. He was like, man. He said Reg told him that he smoked somebody for $50, man. And he was about to smoke Smokey for $200, man. $200, man. Talking about something, it's a principality, man. It's a principle, the principalities, man. You know what I'm saying? You cut your own homie life short for a couple of FRNs that don't mean shit, man.
Right.
You can take a whole bunch of leaves off a plant and just give it to somebody and they'll give you a TV or car and clothes and shit. That's exactly what the FRN is, man. It's not real money, man. So it said what? It's corrupted, man. Go ahead, keep reading.
It says your gold and silver is cankered.
Your gold and silver is cankered, man. Look at that word cankered in the blue letter.
The Greek word for cankered is kateeo, and it means to rust over, cover with rust.
Yep.
Derivative of rust down or corrode, cankered.
And that's what that is, man. Because even when you go about a physical level, your gold and your silver, that ain't even gold and silver, man. There's all kinds of metals and impurities in it, man. Here it is. They used to have a thing in America about talking about some Fort Knoxes where they keep all the gold at Fort Knox, which is no gold in Fort Knox. It's been, years ago, decades ago, right? But then they'll put one gold bullion, which is a gold bar, will have 5 and 6 owners to it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they fucking with the numbers. You know what I'm saying? And when that's why Nixon went off the silver standard, man. Because they had been off the gold standard. I think they went off the silver standard during the time of Nixon, man. And so they weren't trading dollars for gold anymore, or silver. So, because these other nations that have gold bonds and silver bonds for America, they wanted their gold back. They wanted their shit. And America said, fuck no, we ain't doing that shit. We offer that shit. You get these petrodollars, man.
Yeah, like Venezuela a couple years back.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, on top of that, Europe, they got Venezuelan gold, man.
Yeah.
And they won't let it go.
That's right.
They holding it hostage, talking about something. If they do, Maduro and them going to use it for illicit purposes. That's they gold. They should be able to do whatever they want with it, man. But this man's a devil.
That's right.
That's why I say it's corrupt. It's gold and silver is cankered, man.
And the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
And it is a witness against you Edomites, man. It's a witness against your evil practices, man.
And shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped up treasures for the last days.
Yeah, all that shit. And then you can go to Job chapter 20, where it says that he shall fill his belly, but he shall vomit it up. He shall vomit it up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're gonna do. All that gold, all that silver. Who gonna reap the benefits of that? The righteous, man. And it said we're gonna spend it riotously, man. When we get that shit, it's gonna be nothing to us, man. Because in our kingdom, gold is gonna be plentiful, man. It's gonna be like brass. You can find brass pretty much anywhere, man.
That's right.
It's gonna be like the dust of the ground. You go in the corner of a field and find some gold, man. And ain't nobody gonna be bugging out, oh man, I found gold, and have gold fever, man. Nah, man, it's fucking gold, bro. There's plenty of that, man. There's plenty of, hey, we got plenty of that, man.
Right.
But in this society, y'all hoarded, you super elite, you hoarded in votes. Like you won't, what's going to happen to that gold once America is destroyed, man? What, you going to spend it somewhere? Who you going to trade it with, man? All that wealth is going to get transferred from one people to the next, man. It's going to get transferred from the Edomites to the Israelites, man. And we're going to have it in perpetuity, mean forever and ever, man. Perpetually, man. Go ahead.
This the book of Job, chapter 20, and verse 15. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly.
Read up a couple of verses.
This is Job 20 and verse. I'll start at verse.
Start at the top.
Start at the top.
Start at the
I was
top.
about to say.
Yep.
Job 20 and 1. It says, then answered so far the Namathite and said, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste, and have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding causeth me to answer. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short?
That's right, because they was winning, but then eventually they start losing, man. You had it, and then you fumbled it. You can't rule in perpetuity in wickedness, man.
That's right.
There's always a judgment for wickedness, man. And the judgment for that is always destruction, man. Look at all the kingdoms before it, man. Look at the Babylonian Empire, gone. The Greek Empire, gone. The Roman Empire, gone. The Persian and the Mede, gone.
Right.
All these societies are gone. Why are they gone? Because they were ruling in wickedness, man. They weren't ruling in righteousness, man. So look at this kingdom now, the Roman Empire all over again, the second leg of the Roman Empire. What's the judgment of this place? It's about to be gone.
The most wicked kingdom
That
to
ever
ever
existed,
exist.
man. That ever existed, man.
That's right.
Under the rulership of you Edomites, man. So it says, knowest this of not of old, of days of old, that the triumph of the wicked is short, man, and but for a moment, man.
That's right.
And the joy of the hypocrite, but for a moment, man. Because you Edomites, you're the biggest actors, man. That's why you good, and now it's being shown that you're straight up liars, man. You act like somebody hurt you when they didn't, when you were the aggressor, man. But then soon as the cameras come on or somebody sympathetic to your cause come around, now you want to act like you're the victim, man. But you the perpetrator, man. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Though his excellency mount up to heaven, to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung.
Right, because his excellency is in the clouds now. Look at Esau, he has the Space Force, you know? And what is that for, man? That's not to have space dominance. There's no war in space, man. They're trying to fight against the Lord, Yahawashi, man. Yahawashi. They're preparing to fight against the Lord when he comes with the heavenly host of angels, man. That's in the scriptures, man.
That's right.
How at once they're gonna be fighting each other, but then as soon as the Lord comes, they're gonna turn around and try to fight the Lord, man. And then that's when they're gonna ultimately lose, man.
That's right.
And they're gonna be so scared, the Most High still gonna make them fight, man. Yahawashi still gonna make them fight, just so he can show his power, man. And it ain't gonna end like ID4. It ain't gonna end like none of these movies where so-called aliens attack and humanity prevails, man. That's not gonna happen, man. You're gonna lose sorely, man.
That's right.
You're gonna be known forever, known as the nigga that tried to fight against the Lord, man. You an idiot, man. You an idiot, man, and you still going into hardcore slavery, man.
That's right.
And there's nothing you can do about it, man. And the super elite, they know this. That's why they're not around. Where are they at? Hiding in their bunkers, man. Hiding in their deep underground military bases, living comfortably, living lavishly right now. And they're preparing for World War III. They're preparing for so-called Armageddon, man.
That's right.
They're prepared. They got their private military down there with them. They got their service down there with them. They're getting accommodated to the accommodations, acclimated to the accommodations, man. And the deep underground military bases in the water and in those the ISS space station, man, where they hanging out at, man. All of a sudden now NASA and SpaceX got all these successful rockets just launching out into space, man. That's a super elite, man.
That's right.
Trying to build an Elysium, man. Talking about we're gonna be here for a year and a half, a year. Why are they hiding out, man? Hey, but the Lord said in Obadiah, He gonna bring their ass down, man.
That's right.
You gonna come out of that. Cause you got some slavery coming to you, man.
Back in Job 20:7, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he?
Right. So he think his society, he think his kingdom is gonna last forever. But he's about to perish like his own fruit, man, like his own feces, man. You take a shit, man. You flush it, man. You don't look for it. You don't ask, I gotta go save it. Hell no. That shit, you disgusted by it, man. And somebody put it on you, man. You ready to fight, man. That's how Esau and his whole kingdom, his rulership is about to perish, man. Like his own dung, man. And they're gonna say those that see him gonna be like, where is he, man?
That's right.
And those that see him is gonna be us and our children, man. Hold that. Go to Isaiah chapter 14, where it says, go to Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14 and
12. How art thou fallen?
nah, start at 4, verse 4.
Isaiah 14:4, and it reads that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say.
And the modern day king of Babylon is that man Trump, man, DJ Trump, man, this jackass.
That's
Look,
right.
he's the king of Babylon. He gonna be the king of Babylon again after November, man. Because the Lord want him to be king of Babylon when he returns. Go ahead.
How had the oppressor seized the golden city seized?
Yup, man. Yup. Edomites, you the oppressors, and you're gonna cease, man. And this golden city, America, is gonna cease to exist, man.
That's right.
Hey, I learned something from Apostle R today. That word Ophir goes into place of ashes, man. And that's what America's about to be, a place of ashes, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yup, and who are the wicked? The so-called white man. You Edomites, you the wicked.
That's right.
You're the rulers, man. Go ahead.
He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
And that's right. That's how you ruled over us, man. And not only us, but even the other nations, man. You rule with a continued stroke and you rule in anger, man. You mad because you lost your birthright. It was never yours from the get-go.
That's right.
But you mad about that. You angry about that. You smoked the people with a continuous stroke, man. You never let up, man. Read it again, that portion again.
Isaiah 14 and 6. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth.
It said, and none hindereth, man. So when it's your time in the kingdom of heaven, man, you're going to be getting your ass whooped from can't see in the morning to can't see at night.
That's right.
And you're going to be forced to work from can't see in the morning to can't see at night. The only day you're going to get off is the Sabbath, man. And you're not going to be by yourself. All these heathen nations are going to be there right along with you, man. But you're going to catch it the worst, man. Because you're going to be beat. You're going to be beat from us. And then you're going to get around these nations. They're going to beat your ass some more, man. They're going to remember what you did to them, too. So, and ain't nobody going to be there to break it up, man. Like, yo, don't do that to them, man. The nigga woman ain't going to just magically appear and save your ass, man. No, man, she ain't going to exist no more, man. Our women going to be championing that ass, kick them some more.
That's right.
So you going to be getting a foot up your ass sideways, man. You got it, bro.
Verse 7, the whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee.
Yeah, because you killing the earth, man. You killing the animals. You killing the earth. You killing the ecosystems, man. That's you that's doing that, man. You chopping every tree down. You planting nothing but male trees all over the place, man. So fruit don't bear on the trees, man. When in a righteous society, we're gonna have fruits on the trees so the people can eat, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna have people that's poor. Not the Israelites, but of the other nations, man. What they supposed to eat, man? Air sauce and wind pudding, man? No, nigga, that's your meal. You gonna get air sauce and wind pudding, nigga.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Well, verse 8, it says, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying.
Yeah, because you cut all them fir trees down for Christmas season, man. Whenever Christmas roll around, man, dust would be bounded up in your houses, man. Them fir trees, man. And you wiping out half the whole rainforest down in South America, man. Why? So you can take over more land? You're a whole demon, man.
That's right.
What the rainforest ever do to you, bro? But you're a destroyer of the earth, man.
It says, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us.
Yeah, and that word fella goes, and we looked it up, it goes into lumberjack, man. A person that cuts down trees, man. When you taking down, ain't nobody gonna be cutting down no trees like that, man, to make way for a goddamn shopping mall, man, or a concrete street. You out of your mind, bro.
Right.
The earth gonna be able, you know that 1,000-year period of slavery for them? While they building up our kingdom, the earth gonna rest, man. Because ain't nobody gonna be living in Africa. Ain't gonna have no little small groups of people living off the land and shit while everybody else working. No, every hand on earth gonna be hot. How we say it in the army, you're gonna be getting hot, man.
Right.
You're gonna be getting hot. Every hand on the earth is gonna be getting hot, except for the Israelite hand. You're gonna be getting hot, building our kingdom up, man. Ain't gonna be ain't gonna be no small population of people living on the islands just chilling. Hell no, man. Work. Every hand on the earth, man. To do what? To build our kingdom up, man. And we're gonna get that. When we start talking about the kingdom, man, it says the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be nobody living on Antarctica or nothing like that, no crazy shit like that. Everybody gonna be working to build our kingdom up, man.
That's right. Well, verse 10, it says, so like in verse 9, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nation.
Yep, and that's right, man. Keep reading.
All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we?
And that's what these other nations are saying, man. You got these nations, they're not scared to fight against you. They got nuclear weapons too, man. Huh? They done bought them from you. They done bought them from the Edomite Russians. These other nations, man. They looking at you like, man, you weak like us, man. Your economy sucks, man. And then when that dollar crash, that's it for you, man. The dollar ain't gonna be the petrol dollar. It ain't gonna be the cheap currency for exchanging oil for money, man.
That's right.
And these nations gonna look at you like, man, you weak as us, man. Go ahead.
It says thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Thy pomp is we brought down to the grave, man. So it's gonna be ended, man. You ain't gonna have anything to be proud of anymore, man. All that shit gonna be brought down to the ground. Go ahead.
And the noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, and worm is a sign of decay. And they said it's gonna cover you, man. Look at your infrastructure. It's shit, man. It's shit. You got your president talking about he gonna put all this money towards building a new infrastructure, rebuilding the infrastructure of the U.S. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't gonna do that. You ain't got it.
That's right.
You ain't got it. You ain't got enough money. You already in $26 trillion in debt. That's the American debt, and it's skyrocketing every day. Okay? How can you pay for something? How can you get out this hole? You can't.
That's right.
You through.
Verse 12 says, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? how art thou cut down from the ground, which didst weaken the nation?
Right, because that's how long that's how quick your rulership went down, man. Remember, one day to the Most High is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years to us is one day to the Most High. You just been ruling for like 5, maybe 6. I'll roughly give you 700 years, man. Really, 500 years, man. A little over 500 years, man. You've been ruling, man. You know what? 1996 made 500 years since Columbus 1492, man. That was like 500 years. Man. So you just been ruling for a short time, man. And your rulership was like that, man, compared to ours, man. Right. Shit, in the kingdom of heaven, we're gonna be like, bro, what's 500 years, bro? So that's nothing, because we're gonna have new bodies. We're gonna see time differently. We ain't gonna have, time is not gonna be against us. Time always gonna be on our side, man. We want to take 500 years to walk the earth. We can do that.
That's right.
And it's nothing. It ain't gonna hurt us, man. But for you, man, your shit like that, man, like a snap, man.
That's right.
You know.
It says, "For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High."
And the stars of the Most High are these 12 tribes right here. And that's what you Edomites are doing. You are exalting your throne against the 12 tribes, man. The stars of the Most High. Go ahead.
I will sit also upon the mouth of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights.
That's where we at right now. North America, man.
Right. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High.
Yeah, and that's what you Edomites try to do, man, through your technology, man. That the Most High gave you, man.
Right.
You didn't come up with that stuff. The stuff that was all given to you by the Spirit of JUNE-21-20 on the left-hand side, man. And it's all old shit too, man.
Verse 14. Well, 15. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, man. You're going to be brought down to captivity, man. To the sides of the pit.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
Yeah, because you're going to see the Rothschilds in the pit, all jacked the fuck up, beat up, sore up, fucked up. You want to look at Jacob Rothschild, David Rockefeller, John D. Rockefeller. You're going to look at David the Rothschild, Nathan Rothschild. You're going to look at him like, is this nigga?
That's right.
He ain't even got no spiritual powers, bro. How the hell was he able to do that? Well, you know, hey, the Lord was with him.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 17, that made the whole world as a wilderness.
And that's what you did, man. You went all over the world, destroyed it, shitting it up, mucking it up. You know what I'm saying? Killing people, taking their resources. You made the world a wilderness, man. A desolate place, man.
That's right.
As soon as you came in power, man, evils were multiplied upon the earth, man. Go ahead.
It says, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the houses of his prisoners.
Yeah, that's what you did. You ain't open our houses, man. You kept us in prison, man. And even physically, man, here it is, you supposed to talk about some, you got all these people talking about some, oh, once you guys get over slavery was 400 years ago. Then you got niggas talking about some, we've been here for 400 years, or 401, so we about to leave soon. We really about to leave, but that 400-year prophecy, that was for the ancient Egypt, man. Then you got, but slavery never was over, man. When Esau created his laws, he creates loopholes within his laws, man. Why do you think that you get the best defense lawyer? He can get you damn near out of anything, man. Because there's a loophole, even if you did it. Even if you did it, why? Because they have loopholes, man. But one of the loopholes in Esau's law against slavery, or his so-called abolishment of slavery, was the 13th Amendment, man. Which said what? That slavery is illegal. I mean, involuntary servitude is illegal, except in the case of you being duly convicted in a court of law. So when you go to prison, that's straight up slavery, man. You got a whole list of prison industries that things are created in prison, man. And they're not just license plates, man.
That's right.
For little to nothing, man. 30 cents a day, 8 cents an hour.
That's right.
And you working, busting your ass, man. So you can get what, man? And then on top of that, the money that you get, you don't see, because you got a lot of jakes, they gotta pay things called repayment back to the victim. It's a word for it, but I forget the word for it. But you gotta pay the victim back, you gotta pay court costs. So remember, you making less than 30 cents a day. You making less than 30 cents an hour, man. So all that shit go right back to the state. So that's slavery, nigga.
Right.
And you being shackled from your hands to your feet. You being treated less than a human. You living in subhuman conditions. You know what I'm saying? You eating subhuman food, and nobody gives a fuck about you, man. And you packed in buildings like sardines, man. Those are modern day slave ships, man.
Right.
And I've been in back of a sheriff van before, bro. That shit is not comfortable, bro. You literally like you on a slave ship, bro. You inside of a van, which is a box with wheels, and then you inside of a box that's inside of a box, man, with wheels, bro. And then they got a slide. They got a something like this, as big as this, probably as thin as this, that separates that box. So now you sitting uncomfortably with like 6, 7, 12 people in a van like this, shackled from your hands to your feet, bro. That shit is horrible, bro. I wouldn't wish that shit on my worst enemy, bro.
Right.
And you got Jake that gotta go through that shit for 30 and 40 and 20 years, man. And then on top of that, you hearing about Jake that was wrongly convicted, man. Jake on death row, Jake serving life for something that he didn't even do, man.
Right.
Why? Because that going back to that 13th Amendment, man. As long as they got you duly convicted by your peers, man. Hey, now you in hardcore slavery, man. The whole prison industrial complex is nothing more than chattel slavery, bro.
Right.
Restitution, man. The water to the brother Yeshaya. It's called restitution, man. So here you gotta pay restitution, man. You know what I'm saying? So you all kinds of fucked up, man. You don't see no kind of money, man. That shit is fucked up, bro. So slavery has never been over, man. And then you got chattel slavery, and then you got wage slavery, man. That's what everybody out here is in. Wage slavery, man. They're working for these corporations, these conglomerates, for little or nothing, supporting their own life so they can go back to work, man.
Right.
Spend enough money just to survive, man. And you think that's earning a living, man. In the kingdom of heaven, we ain't gonna have to earn no fucking living, man.
That's right.
You just gonna be living, bro. Just like these Edomites are living, man. But we're gonna be living better. These Edomites, they get to travel. Hey, I was looking at that shit you showed me last night. You told me about me last night. This is called Magnetic.
Yeah,
Yo, this nigga talking about some, man, I'm just a adrenaline junkie, man. I don't feel alive if I'm not doing something that got my blood coursing. So these niggas go out and they playing 100-foot waves, bruh, on a jet ski, man. You know what I'm saying? With no fear of the Most High, man.
That's right.
You don't see no Jakes doing that shit. There's a bunch of Edomites and people that want to be like Edomites, man. Doing that shit, man. I ain't saying Jakes don't try to surf, but not like that. 100-foot wave, bro? You ain't getting in no 100-foot wave, bro. Fuck that. I know that for a fact. And I know this brother well, bro. I know he ain't doing that shit.
Verse 18, Isaiah 14 and 18, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory.
Yeah, they all lying in glory, man. Balling. Go ahead.
Everyone in his own house.
Yup, you got the Ishmaelites, they in their house balling. The Moabites, they in their house balling. Ammonites, these Japhites, they just balling, living their life. Edomites, go ahead.
But thou art cast out of thy grave.
Oh, because that's what's going to happen after 1,000 years. After 1,000 years, you're not going to be able to go back to the Mount Seir, Petra, Edom, because that ain't going to be yours. That's going to be ours, man.
Right.
Judah going to take that over, bro. That's going to be an extension of Judah land. You know what I'm saying? And after 1,000 years, these nations, they're going to have their own land again, man, that the Lord gave them. But you ain't getting shit, you Edomite, devil.
That's right.
You ain't getting nothing. You're going to be cast out, bruh. Go ahead.
But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch.
Because that's what you are, an abominable branch, man. Yep.
And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with the sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden underfoot. Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people.
Yeah, that's what you did. You destroyed your own land and you slain our people, man.
That's right.
And that's why when this thing is said and done, hey man, you're gonna be through. Hey brother, that's Shalom, man. Hey, y'all Israelites too, brother. All right, Shalom, brother.
It says the seed of evildoers shall never be renowned.
Yeah, the seed of evildoers, nobody's gonna remember you, man. You the one that remember all your evil forefathers, man. Albert Pike, Alexander the Great, the Greek, Christopher Columbus. Come on, man. All these wicked ass people, straight up murderers and rapists, man. They get this nigga a holiday, man. They only in the recent years have they stopped really trying to push that Columbus vibration, man. Hey, but you still get that day off in October. It's like a Monday or some shit like that. They try to call that shit Indigenous Day. Indigenous ain't shit on the name of Indigenous Day. That was y'all celebrating Christopher Columbus, man. That nigga still got universities. Hey, my brother's nationality, so-called nationality in the world, Colombian. Right. Who's that name? That's the Christopher Columbus, brother.
That's right. Verse 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children.
And that's what's prepared for you Edomites, man. Hold that. I got a scripture real quick. This is Sirach chapter 41. Sirach 41 and 7. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake, man. But which these Edomites, man. That's why these Edomites, oh, that wasn't me, my forefathers did it, blah, blah. I didn't do that. I'm better than them. No, you're Edomite, man.
That's right.
That's why y'all fighting each other, man. I was talking about the brother earlier. I showed him on WhatsApp. Yeah. We got this councilwoman. She's supposed to be, hearing the people's cause, man. She's on a thing shopping and shit. She ain't even listening to Jake fucking please, man. Now she in her house getting in fights and shit, man. They kicking the bitch out the house and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Where's my phone at? They fight, they straight up wrestling, tumbling and shit, man. Hey, cause the Lord put them curses on them Edomites down, bro. They're bugging out, man. They're at war with each other in their household. Their children are calling them out on their wickedness, man. Their own children, man. It says, woe be unto you ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High power. For if ye increase, it shall be to your destruction. And if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion, man. And that's what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven, man. You heathens are going to be cursed, man. All of y'all, man. All you heathen nations, man. Going to be cursed. But you Edomites, man, you're going to be doubly cursed, man.
That's right.
When you be born, you're going to be born to a curse. When you die, a curse is going to follow you, man. It says, and if ye be born, ye shall be born to a curse. Hey, we're born in a curse in this world, man.
That's right.
And if ye die, a curse shall be your portion. All that are of the earth shall turn to earth again. So the ungodly shall go from curse to destruction, man. So you're going to go from being born in a curse to being destruction, man.
That's right.
And after that long 1,000 years, you're going to be destroyed, man. We're going to round all y'all up. And you're going to be Obadiah 1 and 18, man.
That's right.
If you don't know what being Obadiah 1 and 18 is, look it up, nigga. You're going to be destroyed, man. You Edomites are going to be destroyed. Go ahead, you read it.
Back in Isaiah 14 and 21, it says, prepare slaughter for his children.
It said, prepare slaughter for his children. That's what's coming to you Edomites, man. All you see little Edomites back there playing and shit, they're about to be destroyed. They're going to little niggas going to be gone, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to be wrapped up. And then we go back to the Job 20. Go ahead.
It says, for the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers, man. Go ahead.
That they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And that's it, man. That's it. You Edomites, you got hell coming to you, man.
Right.
You got hell coming to you, man.
For I will raise up against them, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and cut off the.
Yeah, the brother's Asher. The brother said he think you Asher. Yeah, he is an Asherite, but his what do they call it? His slave nationality is Colombian. Go ahead.
It says, for I will raise up against them, saith the Lord, power, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, and the son and nephew, saith Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai.
So the Lord gonna cut your seed line off, man. Because that's who spread that seed, man. Is the son, the nephew, the male, man. The males of your nation, man.
Right.
He gonna cut you off, man. Let me go back to Job.
God. This is back in Job 20 and verse 7. Job 20 and 7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night.
That's what's gonna happen, man. That's what's gonna happen, man. They can't stop.
Hey, so with that, Akim, we hope camp was edifying. Again, all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostle and elders. And peace and salutation to all you Akim out there pushing and defending this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth. Yep. Till next time, Lord willing. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom. I'm a Bible.
Ball.